Hey everyone. I just went to the dentist and I just paid $2,800 for 2 crowns. Okay. And I just got complete sticker shock. And this is with insurance. So I'm sitting here, thinking, is that why we're all scared to retire? I know I am.
Oh man. One thing, Lou, regardless of the political party of our like the leadership here in the US, one thing is clear. No one is going to come and fix your healthcare costs for you and your family. It's really sad. We have come to this, which is kind of why we wanted to talk to someone who we respect a lot, who said, screw this, and actually left. Today, we have with us Kartheek Hirode, an ex-IT director from a Fortune 100 company. Kartheek, welcome to Two Coffees In, where we talk about folks who have done all the right things and decisions in life, but still feel like life keeps throwing a curveball at them often. So, Karthik, like you quit from a technology company a few months ago, moved straight to Provence. Most people fantasize about this type of retirement in like Google Sheets or spreadsheets for many, many years. Like, what made you actually pull the trigger?
Well, first of all, it's so nice to see both of you, right? We enjoyed working with you so much. It was several years of working with you. I love the name of your podcast too. It's Two Coffees In, right? I'm hoping that you both have had two. I'm on my third cup, by the way.
Yes, yes.
I'm on my third cup too, but there is a story of the 2 coffees in. We'll tell you later.
Great story. So it is 4:30. It's about 4:40 in the evening here in Provence. And to your question, Ashok, it was just a lot of things that came together for us as a family, right? It's something that we've been planning for a while, and we can talk about it in much more detail. We've been planning something like this for several years, and I think the time had come in 2025 to pull the trigger. And really, in 2025, to your question, what happened was, we have three children.
Hmm.
For the first one, Anika is already in college. She's been in college now for 2 years. Arvin, our second one, started college this year. So our third one is still in school. He's now in middle school. He's
And they
here.
are all in France.
No, the first two are in Texas. They're
Oh,
close to
okay,
you.
got it.
They're close to you. Yeah. So this was the year when Arvin went to college, and we said that is our opportunity to do something different. And so we just kind of made a plan and pulled the trigger.
And so you just said you have 3 kids, right? 2 in college, 1 with you. That's not the empty nester, retirement, story. How does your kid that is with you? How does he or she, sees France? And why France? Like you're thinking about Portugal or US as well, right?
Yes, it's a great question. So no, Akash is our third one. He's here with us. He's in the seventh grade, and really the way it has turned out, Lou, is that he has taken this to like fish to water. Really
Wow.
amazingly, of course, he's an international school now, a private school, very nice school. And we picked the location, by the way, Aix-en-Provence. We're in the south of France. If France is like this, we are in the southern part of France on the Mediterranean coast. And we picked this region only for a few reasons, one of them being the school. He loves the school. He loves his friends. Oh, by the way, he's joined a football club.
Nice.
Nice.
Soccer, football, right? It's football. Football is called football everywhere else. Lou, you know this, right? There's a stadium up the hill here. It's a local football club. They speak only French, and he's gone joined that. He's actually played 5 games now. He plays midfield and left wing. So anyway, our kid has been a focus as well. We wanted to make sure he settles. He was the priority for us.
For
And
sure.
so far, it's been great, and that's one of the things that we are happy about.
That's awesome. Like, so you've been there now for like what, 3 months? 3 months now. So have you had any big, oh my God, type of moments? Like, is there any things that you did not see coming? I mean, I know you are an excellent planner, but even for the best planners, life always throws curveballs. So
Actually, I'll tell you, to be honest, right? Of course, we had a plan, and plan is only good as you can execute it. If you ask me whether reality meets expectations, Ashok, I would say our expectations were, first of all, Akash had to settle. That was very important. Aditi, my wife, is a very social person. She needs a social network. She has so many friends now. It's crazy. She's always busy. She goes to Pilates in the morning. Oh, by the way, Lou, this is something you'll be thrilled to hear. Of course, she's a soccer mom. She drove Akash everywhere. In France, she joined to play football. She's
wow.
playing football.
That's awesome.
The only thing that comes close to football for me is like I have all the football jerseys. You remember one of our previous companies used to sponsor Manchester United and all of those. That's the closest I come to soccer.
Yeah. So she settled down very nicely. She does part-time work, by the way. She still does part-time work for a US company, so that's been nice. And for me, I'm open, right? I did this. For several reasons. One is to do, I like to say, retirement is not about doing less,
Yeah.
right? Retirement is about doing more. For me, it is about doing more at my own schedule, and it's about doing my own what I would like to do, right? And so I have absolutely enjoyed it. So for all three of us, it's been fantastic. So Ashok, I have to say, it has beat expectations. Now, the language barrier, you guys talked about it earlier, right? That was a concern. Language barrier was certainly a concern. We were told France is hard. Southern France is particularly hard. People are not friendly. And none of it has proven true. People are super friendly.
You see in TV or in social media and all of that, it's kind of like someone else's experience. So, everybody's experience might be different. So you got to go find your own story.
I'm sure it will be different too if you're going to Paris, right? I mean, it is different. But Kartheek, I gotta ask, healthcare, right? So have you gone to the doctor yet? And how are the healthcare costs?
I'll give you an example of what I actually went through when I first came here last year, right in December. I was sitting at a beautiful Moroccan restaurant, and I'll cut to the chase in a minute about healthcare, right? Had my beautiful Moroccan meal, stood up, and my knee popped.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I had the most intense pain on my knees, and I was in a foreign country. I didn't speak the language, and so on and so forth. But nevertheless, I next morning I woke up and I called the doctor. There's just doctors on Google. Lou, my experience was, first of all, I didn't need an insurance company. I didn't need to. When I went into the doctor came out and welcomed me, not some front desk that says, "Where's your card?"
Thing assistant. Yep.
Right? And then the doctor, of course, looked at it and said, "Oh, no, there's no problem. There's no fracture. It's just a little thing." And he said, "Here's the prescriptions. You have to wear a brace." And then he sent me out. I said, "Okay, how much is it?" I was waiting for a bombshell to drop. He said it's $18.
Wow. I mean,
No. I can't.
18 bucks is the cost, out of pocket cost for my 9-year-old's pink eye medicine.
Exactly.
6 hours across 3 nationally popular pharmacy chain locations, and 3 humans to actually get that. And this is with insurance, Kartheek, right? Not only about the insurance, it's also about the time loss, the productivity loss, but this is just like a cakewalk.
You're gonna have to go to the doctor a little more and tell the boss.
I'm hoping not to, but it gets better. I'll tell you, it gets better. The medication he gave me, right? I went to he said, go to the pharmacy next door and get those medicines. It's a painkiller and a couple of other things. I went there and I said, okay, give me all these things. And they gave it to me. And I said, how much? Oh, they said, no, 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 it's already included in that.
This is kind of the world that we live in, and it's something where we all need to learn from other countries who are actually doing it well, and not for the ones who are like lobbying the politicians.
Yeah, no, I've studied this whole thing. I'll in fact suggest a book for you. You can put it in your show notes. They have studied all the healthcare systems in the world, including Singapore, France, Portugal, and Thailand and US, of course, and so on. So France has something special in that regard. Now, I'll tell you that what my story was very simple, right? After we moved here, we had to buy insurance. It cost us money. Guess what the cost of? Well, actually, I'll tell you the cost. It's $180
for 3 people.
For 3 people and a dog. We have a dog.
Oh, wow.
My dog has her own thing, but it's $180 for us, which covers everything. But that is the high-end private insurance.
Wow.
Wow.
This is not some basic insurance. The basic insurance is actually free.
I'm on one of the Cobra type of plans right now, and Kartheek, I'll tell you what I need to pay out of pocket is like more than 15x of what you are paying, and that too comes with like you got to meet this gazillion dollar deductible before we start paying 40% and so on. So it's crazy to hear.
That is insane. Kartheek, changing the focus a little bit, you spend years, right, at technology companies. How did you know? What was that moment that you knew, like, okay, I have enough to retire. I'm ready financially, psychological, because we have so many listeners that, keep telling themselves, oh, one more year, or I don't know, what would you say to them?
I think so. 2 things. One is financial readiness. The other is sort of, I think you said mental readiness, right? Mental readiness for me was pretty straightforward because I had worked in corporate for 25 plus years. And I had done everything, right? And there's a certain pace at which you run. You guys know we were all pushy, right? Lou is a pushy person. I'm a pushy guy. Ashok is an easygoing guy. Ashok's a nice guy. What do you think?
Yes.
Somebody has to balance things out, right?
Yep. Compared to us, Kartheek, absolutely.
Exactly. No, we drove each other to excellence, right? At some point, we all drove each other. So I was ready to get off that treadmill and take a slower path, do what I needed to do. And I have a list of things I do now. We can talk about that in a minute. But in terms of financial readiness, Lou, the question people should ask is financially ready for what? Financially ready for what kind of life do you want? You can have a Ferrari. I call it a Ferrari retirement, right? You can buy Ferraris, you can buy a seaside cottage and this and that. You can buy a very luxurious life for which you need a lot more. Oh. Or you can have I would call a Peugeot retirement, which is Peugeot is a simple car here, in France, which is a very simple life. We have chosen something in between, right? We also have Akash, and we have 2 kids who are still in college, right? So we still have a lot of living expenses to meet. So really, what I did, frankly, is figure out how much our spend is going to be. Ultimately, everybody should figure out what is their spend. Retirement is all about spend management. Unless you have $100 million, in which case you can spend whatever you want, right? For most people, at least people that people like me, I had to know my spend. And then I had to kind of do the math over 35 years, or whatever you want to live, right? And so, and it starts from there. There are tools to do this, right? I use some tools. We can put it in the show notes. I use a tool called Bolden.
Bolden?
Yeah, Boldin. It's a very good tool. It actually, I can put all my investments there. I can put my retirement. I can put the rental incomes. I can put all that stuff there, and it does all the math and gives me scenarios. You can have an optimistic scenario. You can have a pessimistic scenario. You can dial down costs. You can dial down, expenses. and so on and so forth. So Bolden has helped me. Now, Bolden, what any tool like that will do is give you confidence.
Hmm.
And that's what I didn't have. 3 years ago, I had the desire to retire, but I didn't have the confidence to retire. What the spreadsheet, also I have multiple spreadsheets, right? Uh, what these numbers do is they give you the confidence to retire.
Yeah.
And that's all they did. And even today, I mean, we have the confidence, but we're also careful. We're not high spenders, right? So I say people should do the math for what they want in their life.
Hmm.
How
Yeah.
did you figure out the costs in France, right? Because you're not there. How did you know?
There's all the data out there now, Luke.
Hmm.
There's some incredible data out there. And actually, I would say that data came pretty close to what I'm experiencing now firsthand.
Oh, wow.
Pretty close. I would say maybe better because we are actually doing better than what the estimates were. But we can put all those in the show notes. I can give you the website.
Yeah, that would be good. So tell us more like about like what you do in your day now. Like, what does the retirement day in paradise look like?
No, it's I have wanted to do several things for several years on my own time, right? Obviously I wanted to spend time on my health, personal
Hmm.
health, health of the kids and so on and so forth. So I spent a lot of time on that, but I also spent a lot of time studying,
Hmm.
and so I'm still studying a lot of things. Of course, AI. I'm able to now. I have the time now to go into the depth of many of the things that are working under the hood in AI, right? LLMs and learning techniques and so on and so forth. So I do that. We're also learning French, the language,
For sure.
because it's a tough language, but it's a very rewarding language. It's a beautiful language. I really enjoy listening to it, but I have started enjoying speaking it. And the rewards are when you speak to the French people, they respond beautifully, right? So it's a very nice thing. The French are also big on arts and culture, right? I think as is the U.S. By the way, the U.S. is also big, but the French have a very deep root in culture and all that. I read a lot of books there. I'm also reading about my own heritage in India and in Asia, which I didn't have the time to do. Oh, by the way, I'm planning to enroll in a PhD one of these days.
Oh my gosh. I'm tired just listening to you.
So Karthik is like the second person. Like I know another mentor of mine in real estate also. Like he did really good for himself, and he's now retired, and now he's like he's doing his masters, he's doing his PhD, he's like being a professor. He's like, kind of like teaching what helped him get to this stage. So it's really good to see that your learning hasn't stopped and your sharing also is not going to stop.
Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's the time when you're retired, that's the time to do things that make you happy. That's my mantra. Think we should play a game.
So let's play a lightning round game, shall we? Like I'll name like a life theme, Karthik, and you tell us like how it compares, U.S. versus France, and just for reference, like we've all been in Austin, so Austin versus Provence type of thing. Okay, go.
Well, healthcare costs,
How do you want me to respond?
right? You already responded.
Yeah, like healthcare costs, like France, awesome, US needs work, like that.
Healthcare costs, France, hands down. There's no question about it. Yeah,
Okay.
hands down. And when I say France, I'm talking about all of France, including Paris. Paris is a very expensive place, but still, France.
Awesome. Social life and making friends.
That's a tough one. It's about equal.
It's about equal.
Austin's, yeah, people in Texas are very friendly. I love everybody down in, there's a southern hospitality there, and people in southern France have also been the same. I'd say equal.
Equal.
Taxes.
Barbecue, miss it.
Oh, cement taxes, like, how much tax you pay. Like, that's one thing all the countries have in common. Taxman.
Yes.
No, okay, taxes. Great question. Can I give a slightly longer answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The myth is that the US has very low tax. And I say it's a myth because there are different types of taxes, so many taxes there: property tax, income tax, federal tax, insurance costs. How many insurances do we have? Home insurance and so on. You add all that up. France has income tax, very high income tax. So, Lou, if your question is income tax, France, much worse. But if you add up all the overheads, I'd say they're equal.
Makes sense. Makes
Right?
sense.
And France, what happens in France for all the taxes you pay, you get back so many things. I'll give you an example. Sorry, this is a long answer. We went
I'm
off like
sold. I'm sold. I'm moving.
Get me a companion ticket, Lou.
Akash's football club, guys, is they give you everything, right? Professional coaches, beautiful field. It's a astro turf on one hand and natural grass, lights. They gave a kit and everything else, and it was $250. And I said 250 euros. And I said, wow, 250 euros sounds expensive. And because I thought it was 250 per month, they said, no, it's 250 per year.
Wow.
That's amazing. That is, I'm so happy for you.
It's a rounding error, right? If you're relative to what we paid in Austin, it's a rounding error. It's $20 a month.
Yeah.
But how did that come? It came from our taxes. It came from the taxes we pay. The city gives you back all of those things.
Okay, next, daily conveniences. Like, is there like, I'm sure Amazon is there, but is there like a Costco, Target, Walmart equivalent? Which one's better?
Very different. They're both very good. We don't have Costco here, but we have so many farmers markets, so many little stores. I'd say again equal. I'm sorry, but they're different, but they're equal. We prefer some of the farmers markets because it's all local producers and the local boulangeries. So no Costco. I do miss Costco, but we have alternatives.
Like this podcast is titled "Retiring Abroad." Is it worth giving up your Costco card?
How about weather?
Southern France, yeah, it's beautiful here. It's cold but stunning. So yeah, in winter and in summer is very nice.
Gotcha. So do you miss being away from family, friends?
Yes, we do. We do miss. That is one compromise we had to make, which is our two kids are in Texas, close to you guys, and the rest of us are here. That is the one biggest compromise, and we also miss our friends. Right, in Austin, we had so many friends, so we do miss that. One good thing about here, Ashok will relate to this, is I'm only 8 hours from my mom now.
Oh, nice.
I can, in fact, next Monday I'm flying down to India to meet my mom and my sister. So we're very close to India. So we have proximity to our parents, but we have some distance with our kids. So that's something we do miss.
So yeah, any advice to our listeners who want to get started now on retirement? Like you talked about the magic money formula, like Bolden, spreadsheets and all of that. We'll definitely include that in our show notes. But any advice to our listeners who wanted to get started now on retirement, like one thing that they can do?
I would say, no, I would not call it advice. I'll just call it my personal story, right? Do what you enjoy. If people enjoy what they're doing, work or life or whatever, they should continue doing it. They should not make any changes. If they're enjoying their work, don't retire. My father-in-law and my brother-in-law my father-in-law is in his 70s, my brother-in-law in his 60s. They have not stopped working because they love it. And they're doing part-time work, of course. They love it and they continue to do it. That would be my main advice. If you're thinking of retirement, I would define what that is for each of you. For me, it was not about doing less. For me, it was about doing more of what I wanted to do. And the principle I followed is I wanted to be creative and bold. I would say, be creative and be bold. There's only one life. You got to give it a good shot, right?
I love
be creative,
that.
be bold, and and be realistic. And be realistic, right? It'll work out. But you got to be bold sometimes. I think people are most people, not all, but most people are somewhat nervous about trying different things, right? And
Absolutely.
now, if you put all your mental energy into it and make a plan, I think you can execute it.
That's awesome. So, Lou, are you still mad about the money you paid for for those crowns?
I will always be mad, and I'm gonna Google dental tourism in France.
Okay. So yeah, and I'm gonna be probably Googling like French lessons through Duolingo for my kids. So listeners, if you're sitting on enough, but don't believe it, or if you're just curious about retiring somewhere that doesn't require a second mortgage for dental work, follow us. We are all figuring this out together. This is Ashok.
This is Lou,
From Two Coffees In. Until next time.
and au revoir.
Au revoir.
Thank you, Kartheek,
Well
so
done.
much. Till
Thank you so
next
much.
Thank you,
time.
guys. Take care. Bonjour.